Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome to another episode of NIMBY Rails, the Northern Powerhouse series. Today you find us sat here watching over Liverpool. It's Sunday the 20th of February? Yeah, Sunday the 20th of February, 2022. Bloody hell, we've been playing for almost a year now, 14:23 in the afternoon. And you can see our little Merseyrail service is actually doing quite well. I've got some timetabled services as promised on the West Kirby, New Brighton, Ellesmere Port and Chester services. And if we have a look at the accounting, where is the accounting? There we go. Accounting there. So if we flick to Sunday's perhaps not the best day to look at, neither is Saturday. So we'll look at Friday because that's obviously the first day that everything was running, I think. No, it won't have been. Okay, fair dues. But yeah, the Hunts Cross to Kirby service making £474,000. Hunts Cross to Southport making just short of 1.5 million. New Brighton to Chester making again 1.5 million. And West Kirby to Ellesmere Port, yep, that's making 1.5 million. Hunts Cross to Ormskirk, and that one's making £750,000, just short of. Now, I know that obviously the... Oh, how do we get rid of you? Get rid of you. There we go. So yeah, I've got the services on the west running from West Kirby to Ellesmere Port and New Brighton down to Chester. I know that is not how the services run in real life, but due to limitations, particularly around this area in the Liverpool city centre, that is the best way to do it, because otherwise I'd need like 8 platforms at each of the city centre stations. So I know that they go West Kirby to Liverpool and back, New Brighton to Liverpool and back, and then the Ellesmere Port goes up and down to Chester, back to Ellesmere Port. But that would mean, again, that all of these stations in between would require 4 platforms in order to do that. That's just a limitation of NIMBY Rails, unfortunately. You can't have a train stopping at the same platform more than one time in a trip. So there we go. We've got a full fleet of trains running, and that's all jolly good. What are we going to be doing today, though, I hear you ask? Well, we're just going to pop this on fast so that the trains are earning us some money. Look at them go. It's not quite as impressive as the tram network, where there's just, Metrolink things flying all over the place. But alas, it's still working. And it's making us money. The TransPennines are ridiculously overcrowded as a result of all of these bringing a lot of passengers. I mean, they can carry 200 people each, and there's 976 people waiting. Well, that's a problem we're going to deal with later, I think. So, coming across to this side of the map, if you look, we've done quite a lot over in the west. I mean, even our Yorkshire things are very much in the middle of the map. So I thought, what better thing to do today than to have a look over on this side of the map, and we will actually get one of our first TransPennine services completed. I reckon that we're going to build from Selby down to Hull today, so we can get the Manchester Piccadilly to Hull service running throughout. I think that's a good idea. There we go. Right, okie dokie. So let's get ourselves on Open Railway Map, which should really be the sponsor for this series, shouldn't it? So we are gonna go. So we're starting in Selby. We're gonna go across Selby Swing Bridge and down here. Now the problem with this route is that we don't have an awful lot to go off in terms of scenery. I'm glad that there's a bit of a scar on the landscape there. So yeah, let's get cracking. This first station that we've got here is Wrestle. We'll pop you in at about 150 metres. You should be fine. There we go. Wrestle. That's a little village there. 168 people. It's by no means a mainline station at all. And then we've got Howden, which again conveniently is nowhere near Howden. Now Howden is actually a staggered platform. You have a platform on this side of the level crossing for going that way, and a platform on this side of the level crossing for going that way. And when you do have a 6-car class 185, the train is longer than the platform at Howden, and the back end will hang over and block the level crossing. You can see motorists all getting very wound up, like, bloody train. But yeah. So there we go, that's North Howden. Again, you're not going to pick many people up there, are you? Because you're nowhere near Howden, which is down there, and looks like it would have quite a catchment area. But nevertheless, I didn't actually realise it was so far from Howden, but there we go. Moving on down, we have got Eastrington. This is another northern stop. To my knowledge, TransPennine had never stopped there. I know we don't stop there currently. Oh, not Newland. There we go. We'll change you to Eastrington. Now, this is actually one of the routes that I do sign. Hold on a second. It's... yeah, that's annoying. Right, okay, so Open Railway Map, for some reason, is only showing some of the stations. So we're going to have to zoom right in, by the looks of things. And which is not very much, you know, it's not very helpful when you're trying to build a very long route. I've just noticed that Gilberdyke was missed off there. We can't be missing Gilberdyke off, can we? So we're at Wrestle, scrolling through, Wrestle Howden, keep going, keep going, keep going, Eastrington. Oh, right, so we have got everything up to press. This is Gilberdyke Junction. There's a bit of a running joke about Gilberdyke Tunnel. I'm not entirely sure how that came about, but yeah, there's always, oh, look out for Gilberdyke Tunnel. The joke being, of course, that there is no tunnel at Gilberdyke. It's Gilberdyke Junction. There we go. So you will be Gilberdyke. Is that the correct spelling? Yes, it is. Okay, it's Gilberdyke Junction. Continuing down the line, let's have a look what we've got next. We've got Broomfleet, which is about here. I'd say it was about there, yeah. Jolly good. Right, let's get a station in. 150 will do. Railway Cottages, what a nice name. But alas, not to be. I thought we'd kind of rename the stations as we go along today. I know that sometimes I can be a bit... It can be a bit touch and thingamabob when it comes to renaming stations. Sometimes I just forget altogether. But no, we're going to try and be vaguely good at that today. Brough is our next stop. So the TransPennine services do just tend to stop at Selby, Brough and Hull. It's a very long platform at Brough. I said very long. It accommodates a 6-car Class 185 in full. Oh, not Brough Haven, just Brough. Just Brough will suffice, thank you. There we go, Brough. Again, not very central to the town, but never mind. So we've got Brough, we'll continue round into the town of Ferriby. Ferriby, what a nice place. Never actually been, but it sounds nice, doesn't it? Ferriby, you can be 150 metres long. And you're not, I know that's 151, but never mind, I'm sure that'll upset quite a few folk, but what does it matter? I'm sure these stations weren't made perfectly, you know, when they were built. Okay, so we continue along. Under the Humber Bridge here, which no doubt the track will, we might have to build that as a tunnel, because it will probably put it in as an overpass, and obviously we would have to climb a hell of a distance. We'd have to gain a lot of altitude on this railway line in order to go over the Humber Bridge. So we'll see what happens, but I reckon we're going to have to tunnel under there. That is Hessel. Not Hessel, RUFC. And then I do believe it is just Ferriby, Hessel and Hull Paragon. I think Hull is the last stop on the line. Yes, it is. So we come along here. We bend in like that, and I do believe that this is Hull Paragon Interchange. Very nice. So we'll pop you on there. We'll get 300 metres, I think. Now, obviously, what we need to bear in mind for Hull is there's going to be Hull train services. You know, we're going to have those operating eventually. This may eventually cease to be the Northern Powerhouse map and just turn into a huge UK map. I don't know. It depends if we get bored or not. I reckon that amount of platforms should be fine. I mean, there's only going to be a TransPennine once an hour, isn't there? Right, okie dokie. Get rid of you. And Hull Paragon Interchange. It is just known on National Express, National Rail Enquiries as Hull, but Hull Paragon Interchange, I think, is good enough for us. Now, if we have a look, I shall just confirm that we do actually have the correct amount of stations, because it would be incredibly embarrassing given that I do actually sign this line if I had forgotten. So we have got, let's have a look, Selby, Wrestle, Howden, Eastrington, Gilberdyke, Broomfleet, Brough, Ferriby, Hessel, and Hull. Jolly good. Right, we've got everything. That's fine. We can actually get to building the track. So we're going to zoom in on Selby first of all. Now, Selby does just, I think we were using this as the bay platform, weren't we, for our stopping services. So this can come out over here. You are going to have to be, right, we'll pop you to there, and then we'll swing bridge you out. Now, obviously, this isn't a swing bridge; it's just a normal, NIMBY Rails viaduct. But nevertheless, there we go. We'll bring you round. Now, this is an incredibly straight bit of line. I reckon we're going to go through this little gap. I reckon we are. You know, whoa, what's happening there? Now, hang on, where are we aiming for? So we're aiming for there. And I reckon we come through this little gap as well in the stream. I think it's almost too perfect, isn't it? And for some reason the mouse mat's playing hell. I'll just nick my other house mouse mat. I always forget to do that, and I normally get told off, to be honest with you, but the truth in the matter is that his mouse mat is better than mine. So therefore it is absolutely fine that we steal it, and hopefully I will remember to put it back before he gets home. Otherwise I'll be getting told off. Right, there we go. Keep you coming down there. Well, let's have a see where are we aiming for. We've gone the wrong way there, because I reckon we're aiming for here. This looks like, you know, that is a good place. I'm going to have to put you there, bring you across there like that. There we go. Bring you down. Straight line all the way in to Wrestle. There we go. We're going to have to bridge or viaduct over here. There we go. It's not so much an issue. There's a little bit of a curve there. And it's not an issue that, yeah, this is an incredibly straight line, but it's not an issue that there's a few little kinks and that speed might not be as perfect as it could be, because obviously the services won't be going any more than 100 miles an hour down here anyway, so long as the speed on NIMBY Rails in kilometres is more than 160, then we are absolutely laughing. There we go, bring you down, straight to Eastrington. And a bit more straight track there. I reckon we go... Ooh, let's have a think. Do we go under or over? Let's go under. I reckon we go over, you know. I think we do. Never mind. We'll learn to live with that. There we go. And you're not going to let us come across here either. There we go, so that's into Gilberdyke, minding Gilberdyke Tunnel. I don't know if we should actually just build a tunnel at Gilberdyke just for the hell of it. I think maybe not. Right, bring you down there. We will actually, hold on, we'll just finish this little bit. I was going to say, do we tunnel under? But of course you don't tunnel under the canal, you idiot, or the river, is it? See, I'd say that was a canal. It's a bit too straight to be a river, isn't it? We'll pop Gilberdyke Junction in, just so that I don't forget later on. There we go. That's oh, very nice. It's a shame we can't actually like put a sign up so that we can label the junctions, but never mind. Right, so carrying on from Broomfleet. It is a ridiculously straight bit of track. This this line. Again, I think that this is about where Crabley Creek level crossing is. There we go. That's not correct, or it's not good enough for us. There we go. Bring you up like that. There we go. That's not too different to. It's not too different to what it gave us originally, but never mind. Never mind. Right, so we're going round to Ferriby now. I reckon we kind of fit in here. That's a train track size gap, isn't it? It's about right. It's keeping the line speed maximum. It's got a little bit of a kink in it, but I'm sure we can accept that, can't we? Right. So we'll come alongside next to the Humber estuary here. Actually, very pretty, very, very pretty section of track. If you've oh, hang on, we've done that wrong. You need to prepare for this corner here. Over there. I still don't reckon that we. I reckon we go under that. Yeah, we do actually. We do go under that. So we'll put you on there. Back out under the Humber Bridge. Wasn't that nice? Look at that. Very nice indeed. And into Hessel. And we shall viaduct you over there. Lovely. And yep, keep going. After Hessel we do keep going. And we do bend up into Hull. Is that about there? Yes, I think it is. We'll come off there. You're not going to let me go over there, are you? Swine. Never mind, eh? Right, I'll bring you up. Are we sticking round this side of the road? Yes, we are. It doesn't seem possible to do 100 for the whole, you know, if we're sticking with the current track plan. If we're sticking with the plan of what, you know, what is here and everything. I'll bring you round. Bring you up there. I reckon that if we're going to build up to Scarborough, which we will eventually, I think we'll keep that as a separate line. There we go. No, I don't want you to do that. I want you to be next to that line. There we go. It's not a particularly good-looking section of track, is it? But then again, it is Hull, so, you know, you've got to... it's a station, it needs some track appropriate to the town it serves. Or the city, in this instance. Right, there we go. We'll bring you round there, and... No, I don't want you on there. No, I don't want you there either. That's an incredibly ugly bit of station. There we go. Bit of station, bit of track. There we go. I'll bring you... I'll just make you look a bit nicer. Can you do that? A bit lumpy, but there you go. Move you down there. It's marginally nicer, isn't it? Move you. I think that's probably about as good as it gets. And we're actually not doing too badly. We can buy this entire section of line. It's not as long as what I thought it was, to be perfectly honest with you. But, you know, alas, I'm happy with that. Go. So there we are. That is Selby through to Hull. Now what we're going to do is, I mean, we're nearly at the coast. Look at that. We're not at the coast. Obviously, I don't think we can truly say that we're at the coast until we've got the Cleethorpes line and the Scarborough line on. And of course, then you've got the Middlesbrough and Newcastle lines that we've got to put on as well. You know, it's there's still a lot to do. A lot to do indeed, but I'm confident that we can do it. It's also helping that the money is rolling in a lot quicker now. So let's just pause everything for a second. Well, we're not pause, but we'll get it down to a manageable speed. Now, the Hull services leave Manchester at 34 minutes past the hour, and I believe that they leave Hull at about 8 minutes past. Is it 8 minutes past? Yeah, it is roughly 8 minutes past, isn't it? So what we are going to do, I think that because Manchester will be such a busy station, we don't really want the trains waiting a long time in Manchester. I know that obviously they normally have just short of half an hour layover, but if we can avoid that and have the layover in Hull, that would be better. Right, let's have a look. So we could do with the Anlaby Road depot. Can we squeeze you in there? Of course we can't. That'd be ridiculous. No. Okay. See, I don't really want to build over these houses because obviously that's not there. But despite the fact I don't wanna, I'm about to. Right, we'll shorten you, bring you out there. There we go. I think that's about as much as we can get away with. And we need you to go there. That's a truly horrendous section of track there. Let's see. Can we move you to make you look a little bit less awful? And that's the wrong length now. There we go. Depot is acceptable. I don't like it. It's hideous, but it will have to do. It will have to do. We can make it work. We can make it work, can't we? So let's have a nosy. I reckon the first train in the morning will be about 5 o'clock. 5 a.m. Do you reckon 5 a.m? Yeah, of course 5 a.m. Why not? So we need to create a new line, and we are gonna steal. Now that we can copy and paste lines, we don't want to be in accounting. That's where we're going wrong. Copy, and where's our new line? There we go. Paste. TP. What have we got? We've got Liverpool, Manchester to Hull. Oh, are you not letting me do that? Do I have to click again? Yeah. Man-HUL. And then this will be man-HUL. Not H-U apostrophe L, just H-U-L. Thank you. Base ticket price of 4, price per kilometre 2. And that is looking pretty good for a line that's set up there. So we're going to start that in Hull. Why did we put Manchester to Hull if we were starting in Hull? Goodness only knows. So we're going to go Hull, Paragon, Brough, Selby. Yep. And we're then going to go next stop Leeds, through 16, of course, 15 and 16. We're then going to go straight to Huddersfield. These services are next stop Huddersfield. Huddersfield, jolly good, and straight over to Staley Bridge, which is here. Yeah, we'll get a bit of you, thank you. And then into Manchester Piccadilly. We'll go with you on that platform there. I reckon that will do. Jolly good. Okie dokie, coming back out to Staley Bridge. Then over to Huddersfield. It's actually quite a quick service. When they don't, I mean, the Hulls are incredibly guilty of having. Oh, hang on. How did we do this now? We didn't do Huddersfield correctly, did we? There we go. Huddersfield. The express services. So that's Manchester to Huddersfield. Yeah, they. I've got you. I've got you. I'm just talking rubbish, really. The stopping trains go in there from both directions, don't they? They don't actually go into here. Obviously, the expresses will come out here onto platform 8. We're plagued with the fact we're doing an American style, a European style system where you have to drive on the right. Makes it a little bit harder. There we go, into platform 15, and then your next stop is Selby. And then Howden. Nope, no Howden, just Brough. Just Brough. Selby, Brough, and Hull. Very nice indeed. Now, what train are we going to use on this? Obviously, I would love to use the Class 185, but sadly, we don't currently have access to a 185, so we're going to have to substitute in a Class 170, and there is the 170. I reckon that a 170... let me think. Let's have a look. Right, okay. Yeah, a 173 car. We'll just have that stood in for the time being. Run Manchester to Hull. Now we want you to start at 5:03, preferably. So then you've got enough time to get to Hull for the 5:08 service. You can be storing a depot, which will be Annaby Road Depot. And yeah, jolly good. Right, okay. How long does it actually take? So it takes 2 hours to get to Manchester. It takes 2 hours, right, okay. Okay. Which means we'll probably need about 4 trains. Off the top of my head, will we need 4 trains? I reckon we'll need 4 trains. If it takes 2 hours and they're only every hour, then that's 4 in the loop, isn't it? We'll see what happens. Run a line, you want to be the TP Manchester to Hull. Starting at Hull Paragon, yep. Stored in the depot at Hull Paragon. Copy all week, yeah, lovely. And then purchase another. you can be the 603. Yep. Jolly good. 603. I don't know what time you think you're going, but you're going to cock everything up, aren't you? Never mind. Okie dokie. We actually need to... Hold on. We're too busy getting trains in. Right, paste. Copy. There we go. You are good. So yeah, it's going to take exactly 4 hours. So if there's a train every hour, that's good. Minimum interval. We want the trains to be every hour. There we go, every hour. And minimum stop time is 30 seconds. So there must be 5 trains on the loop. Right, okay, if we change that to 20 seconds, that'll be good, because then we can get exactly 4 trains on the loop. Right, okay. It means that there's not going to be any waiting time. It means if they start to run late, then they're knackered. But, oh, do I want to do that? I don't know if I want to do that. You know, what's the crack over in Manchester for? What's the crack over in Manchester for our layover time? That's Leeds. That's not going to help anybody looking there, is it? What are these services doing? I mean, these are every 20 minutes, aren't they? What uses platform 1 here, or platform N? Let's have a look. We'll fast forward something in. I reckon it's the Glossops. Yeah, they don't stay very long. There's quite a lot there, isn't there? Oh, dearie me. Right, okay. That might not work as I intended it to. Ooh, dear. Ooh. Nope, do you know what? Screw it. We will have that on there. Right, okay. Now we need 2 more trains. Trains, purchase. Where's the Manchester? Right, okay, Manchester. Clone. Right, schedule. Blank schedule. We'll just copy that. Where's our train? Ah, lovely. Hello. So, you need to be at 5:03 again. But, hold on. So, you need to come out of Ardwick, and you need to do... So, you need to leave at 5 o'clock, really, don't you? 5 o'clock. So then you can leave there at 5:08. Now, that is not what time the Hulls leave. Oh, dear me. But without getting them the storage time here, we're going to struggle. We really are going to struggle. And this is a limitation, unfortunately, with NIMBY Rails at the moment, is the fact that every platform here, that is just one platform. You can't have a train on each side of the line. And it's a real irritation because it really makes you struggle with your timetabling. Because... like, you know, you can only have one train in there. That's 2 platforms technically, isn't it? But you can only you have to treat that as one platform, and your stations just aren't big enough to treat it as, you know. It's a real shame at the moment, and I do hope that they are working on a fix to that. TP Manchester to Hull, but I want you to start at Piccadilly. There we go. I want you to be in the depot. Pick the depot, because at the end of the day, we should be able to have these schedules working properly, and you know, it's trying to simulate a real life kind of railway simulator where you can do it properly. But I feel that is a real limitation. I hope they're working on it. I really do hope they're working on it. There we go. So that is our first full TransPennine. Right, let's jolly on with you. We've got 26 passengers on board. Hooray! Jolly good. Right, we'll jolly on with you. I hope you've enjoyed that. We've got another line built, we've got some more trains running, and the network is ever expanding. If you did enjoy this video, then of course do click that like button. It really helps the video, and it makes for a very happy Joe. Oh no, we're going to catch a Glossop service. We've crashed into the back of it. Yeah, make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already, because as you can see, we're keeping going with NIMBY Rails, and we're doing quite a sterling job, if I do say so myself. And yeah, so subscribe so you make sure that you don't miss out on any of that. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully, I shall see you next time. Cheerio. Goodbye for now.